Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you my banjo setup and talk a little bit about my banjo. So let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to kind of do is introduce my banjo. So today marks 1 year since I got this banjo. I got this banjo up in a store in Sevierville, Tennessee called the Music Outlet. And got it for a pretty nice price. We picked it up for $2,300, brand new. This is a Deering Sierra. This particular banjo is a model year 2022, and I love it. It is my main banjo, and I even got a set of cheetah keys on it. But yeah, this is the banjo that you guys will see in all the videos. I have a little nameplate there with my name on it. But this is the banjo that you've seen in all the videos and heard in all the videos on my channel. This is a great banjo. I really love this banjo, and I highly endorse Deering if you're looking for a banjo for a good quality and don't want to break the bank. So without further ado, let's go into my setup of my banjo. Alright, so my setup of my banjo. First thing I'm going to talk about is my tailpiece, and I'm trying to get yeah, right there. It's pretty good for you guys. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a pretty good gap between my tailpiece and my tension hoop. It's about probably a 1/16 of an inch gap. I don't like running it on the tension hoop because, in my opinion, running it right on the tension hoop gives it too much of a sharp tone, and I like more of a mellow tone on my banjo. So I'll just hold it there for you guys, and so you guys can kind of see what that is. And it's probably like a nickel or something. Probably slip a nickel under there, and that'll probably be good. Like I said, probably a 1/16 of an inch. It's pretty small. And like I can't really measure things, so don't maybe take what I say too seriously, because I can't look at something and say, oh, it's a half an inch or whatever. But it is pretty small, so I'd say about 1/16 of an inch off the tension hoop. And as you can see, I don't really have it at any crazy angles here. I have it pretty flat, and I'll just kind of get a top view for you guys. And it is not crooked or anything. I keep it pretty straight, as you can see. You can move it a little bit, but I'll get a back view of it for you. So if you're kind of wondering what it looks like back here, that's about what it looks like. But yeah, I like the sound I get from this setup of the tailpiece, and yeah, just like I said, to kind of do a little background on this video, some people were asking me about a setup I had on my banjo when I posted a video yesterday. So I thought this would be a great time to kind of do this. So thank you to those 2 viewers that requested this video, and I hope you find this helpful. But let's get back into the video part. My bridge. So the bridge I run, it is a Deering, as you can see, it is a Deering 5/8 Smiley bridge. And this is not the original bridge. So this particular bridge, the physical bridge that I have on it right now, is not its original bridge. When I did get it, it did come with a Smiley bridge, but I was getting a weird buzz sound on my first string, and I was expecting it probably coming from the bridge. And sure enough, it was. I changed the bridge, and I've never heard it since. So, yes, I think what happened was I don't know if something got in the bridge slot, and it just created a little knot and probably started some buzzing, and I wasn't really going to go through the much trouble of maybe messing the bridge up and breaking it or something, so I said I'd just buy a new one. But they aren't cheap. They aren't the cheapest thing in the world. They're like about $50 or $40. But yeah, they're not the cheapest thing, but they are really good. I love these bridges. And yeah, the smiley bridge, the D-ring smiley bridge, highly recommend. Even if you don't have a D-ring, I would still recommend this bridge. So yeah, where I have the intonation of it, its intonation is kind of something that's different for every banjo, but how you're going to do that to kind of get a rough estimate is you're going to measure from your nut up here all the way down to your 12th fret right here. And you are going to, what you're going to do is you're going to take that measurement, whatever this to there is, you're going to take the measurement and measure from the 12th fret to wherever the measurement stops, and wherever it stops, that's where you place your bridge. So that's the that's how you get the rough estimate of where you put the bridge, and that's about where I have it right now. I did tinker with it a little bit to get it in the right spot, and how you're supposed to do that is you're on your 4th string and your 1st string at the 12th fret, do a chime on both of those strings, and if the chime is too high or the fretted note, so you pluck it, or you pluck it. I can't pluck it right now because I've got the phone in my hand. But what you'll do is you'll pluck it, you'll fret it, and then do the chime. And see, you'll do it with a tuner and see what the difference is. If the chime is too high, I believe you move the bridge back. If the note is too high, you move the bridge, I think, forward. So don't quote me on it. I'll put it on screen what you're actually supposed to do, because I'm not a genius about this stuff yet. I'm still learning, but yeah, that's kind of what I do with the bridge. That's kind of how you set it up a little bit, and I could do a video about intonating a bridge for another day, and I might do that because that is something I think that is very important and is overlooked sometimes. Alright, so another thing, I've got 2 more things I'm going to cover here for you guys. Last one is going to be head tension. The way I do it, and I think is the best way to do it, is this little guy right here. So this is a drum dial. As you can see, it's got all the little numbers there. And yeah, it's from Drum Dial Inc. Precision Drum Tuners, made in the USA. And how it measures it is it's this little thing right here, and it pushes in, and it measures your pressure of your drum head. So you can adjust it by this little knob, because what you'll have to do to set it up is you'll put it on a hard surface, not a banjo head, but you'll put it on a hard surface, and you will just kind of move it until it hits 0, until it measures 0 flat. On a hard surface, you can put it on your table. Glass is fine. Something hard, a hard surface, hard flat surface. So to kind of continue with the banjo here, what you'll want to do is you're going to, I run mine about 91 to 92. I'll take you guys off the tripod here again, and I'll kind of show you. So, as you can see, right here on my banjo head, and you measure it, I'll kind of show you here. Most of the time you'll measure it here, then you'll go like over here, and then you'll do over here, and then you'll measure it over there. That's about where you the 4 corners, and you can sometimes like measure it like over here too. If you don't have strings on, I guess you could measure it in the middle if you wanted to, but these are the main 4 corners of that you want to measure your instrument. And yeah, so what you would want to do is, I don't know if you can see, but I'll kind of get it a little bit closer, so maybe zoom. There we go. So as you can see, I run mine about 91, and this is where I think a lot of my tone and sound comes from my banjo. See, like right there, it's a little bit over 91. Back here, just a little bit over 91 again. Right there, it's a little bit over 91. So it's been a while since I've tuned this head or tightened down this head, and yeah, I tune it I think the last time I tightened this head down was probably a month or two ago. Um, but I've been happy with the sound I've gotten from my banjo lately, so I don't really mess with it too much. Another thing probably people talk about too when setting up is your truss rod. Now, I've never messed with it, nor my coordinator rods inside the banjo here. I don't know. I just don't mess with that stuff. I couldn't tell you a single thing about that. But yeah, I mean that's kind of my string height off of the strings. So my action is not set very high. Um you know, this is a thing with instruments that it gets higher as you go back. But yeah, I don't set it very high, and like I said, I've never messed with the truss rod or the coordinator rods inside the banjo. So I kind of suggest not to mess with those. So the last thing I want to touch on is strings. So I've had also another couple people ask me about strings. And I run these strings right here. They're the Deering light gauge. You can see the numbers right there. Right there. And these are really good strings. They're about like, I don't know, $10 or $7 on Deering.com. Put a link in the description for all this stuff. I'll try to find where I got this. I'll put a link for that, and yeah. I'll also put a link for the armrest. This is not the original armrest, but this is a Dr. Arm armrest, and it's very good. Alright, so like I said, I'll put the strings in the description, and there's two more things I want to go over real quick. The last thing I want to go over is about your strings here. So I'll move the camera a little bit for you guys. So when you get new strings on your banjo, do not be upset if your banjo does not sound the same. I would highly recommend when you're changing your strings, change one at a time. So what you do is you change your first string, or your first string first, take it off, and then put your new one on, and then do the same for every string. Do not just take them all off, because it's going to move your bridge and it's going to move your tailpiece. And if you like the way your banjo is sounding, you want those to stay in the same place. But one last thing I want to talk about is when you do change your strings, do not get discouraged if your banjo is not sounding the same, because it does take a little time to get your strings broken in. And also, if you're having another little trouble with getting your strings broken in, I would suggest using a pencil. And what you'll do is you'll take the pencil and you'll just take your string, dechen your string out, and take it out of the nut slot up here, and just put a little bit of that pencil lead into your nut slot up there, and that helps it a lot. It just gives it a little bit of lubrication, and what you can do, I would suggest doing that for all of these strings, and you can also do it back here on the bridge. And I would suggest doing that for all the strings, and what you'll do, once you got it all done, you got the strings back, tune it up, and just kind of tune the strings back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, just to get the string moving through the slot and getting that lubrication kind of spread around. One last thing about strings is string cleaner. So this is what I use. It's from Music Nomad, Music Nomad. There you go. And yeah, I use it's called String Fuel, and it's a little pad here. And what you do is you just wipe it on your strings. I'll show you here. All you do is wipe it on your strings just like that, and then it comes with a little microfiber cloth here, and you just wipe your strings clean. I think that's about going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to like the video, subscribe for more tips and tricks. Hope this video helped you guys out. The two people that requested this video, I hope you guys found this helpful. And anybody else looking for banjo setup, I hope that this helped you out a little bit. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope to see you guys again. Bye.